Hi guys, Charlie here in Dubai. You see a very glamorous background. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to start an online fitness business in 2024. So for anyone who doesn't know my background, 5 years ago I was an estate agent from Surrey, just outside of London. I had a very successful career in that, maybe earned $100,000 per year. And over the last 5 years, I've built one of the biggest fitness businesses in the world, and also the premier mastermind to help fitness professionals scale the business with 7-figure scaling systems. And today I'm going to talk to you about exactly what I would do to make a fitness business successful in 2024. And if I look about how I started my fitness business, what I did at the beginning is one thing. I got in very good shape. And then what did I do? I posted content to get attention. Now, we live in, as Gary Vee says, the attention society. I'm making this video right now. This gets attention, right? People are going to watch this. You're consuming my content right now. The most important thing you need is to get attention and to be known. You get notoriety. So people know who you are and what you're about and how you help people. So putting yourself out on the internet and getting attention is a good thing. Now, how you do this is to be, 1, unique yourself, 2, provide value and solve other people's problems. So if we look at the problems we have in the world, there is an obesity epidemic right now. You may well be watching this video thinking like, Charlie, I struggle to get in shape. I don't know how to lose fat. I don't know how to build massive arms. Like, I don't know how to do this. The reality is the people with those problems will pay to solve those problems. This morning I had a Spanish lesson with a Spanish teacher, funny that, who's based in Thailand, because I have a problem of I can't speak Spanish, and I want to learn to speak Spanish. So that I'm exchanging my monetary value to learn the skills from her. And it's no different from you in terms of if you want to build a fitness business in 2024, you need to show that clearly you have the skills in terms of the way you look, use that to get attention, and then you basically sell your skills to other people who have a problem. Now, the way you sell those skills is by packaging yourself up and then giving it to other people. And you can do that for free in terms of Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn's a big one we crush on, TikTok, email marketing, YouTube, podcasts, Snapchat, Pinterest, like the list goes on. There's probably more. Now, the reality is there's also the paid option. If you've got disposable funds, you can also pay to build an audience in terms of running paid ads. I've successfully spent over £1 million in Facebook ads in fitness. So I know what works, what doesn't work, and how that works. Now, if you're starting a business in fitness in 2024, it's probably unlikely you have disposable income to do that. However, what I would start doing is maybe boosting some of your content. Or how I originally built my fitness brand is what's called paid shoutouts on Instagram. So what is a paid shoutout? A paid shout is where I get other big pages on Instagram. I pay them money via PayPal, and then they'll post my content. So I would get them to share transformations of my clients. I get them to share my workout clips, my educational clips, all those type of things. Now, what is this doing in terms of doing the shoutouts? I'm buying traffic and attention, because the more eyeballs I have and the more people who know me, the more people who can potentially give me their money. And that's the reality in terms of your business online. If no one knows who the fuck you are right now, that's a problem, and that's something you need to try and change. And it also doesn't mean you need to get 1 million views on a video, because I don't want to dishearten you. If you got 1,000 views on a video, imagine you stood in front of and spoke in front of 1,000 people. That's a shit ton of people, a lot. Put 1,000 people in a room, that's wild. And this is the way you need to conceptualize in terms of what social media is. If you're getting 500 story views a day, cool. That's 500 people who are listening to you. 500 people are watching what you're doing. And the reality is this: you need to understand that yes, it's a volume game. We want to get as much attention as we need. But the reality is if you get 1,000 people who fucking love you, know everything about you, buy into your concepts, buy into your ethos, and like you're the person they look up to, you will never, ever, ever have a shortage of money in your life. So the first thing I want to think about is a segment in terms of getting attention, getting traffic. Second is actually having a skill that we can sell, and then asking for people to actually, do they want help with this? Do they want help getting in shape? Do they want help building muscle? Do they want help building a business? Actually ask people for help and message them, and ask people to message you. No sale in life starts without some type of conversation, right? And this is probably one of the biggest things I've learned over my career is the goal of marketing is to create conversations. The goal of marketing is also to create scarcity and a need and a want. And the more you have a need and want, the more inbound leads you're going to get, the more people are going to message you, the easier it's going to be to scale your business. And when you think about this, one of the big things that holds a lot of people back is that they actually aren't asking people if they want to work with them. They're not proactively trying to get clients. Now, that may seem salesy, but like if it seems salesy and you're afraid to message people, then remain poor and struggle with your business, because every other person is going to do it and you're not going to do it, and they're going to beat you. And same if you don't like making content. Like, I'm naturally very introverted and very shy, but the reality is that you have to learn the skills to be extroverted, so then you can get the other things in your life you want. Like, would you rather be poor and not make content and not message people? Or would you rather have a life of financial freedom, achieve all your dreams, and a family be proud of you? Like, I know what I would prefer. And the more you actually think like this, the more you'll see success with your business. So when it comes to marketing online in 2024, the first thing I'd suggest you do is use platforms of people who actually have money. So avoid things like TikTok, young kids. I would focus on primarily Instagram and LinkedIn, and maybe Facebook. So why I like LinkedIn, the average user has a high income of around $150,000 per year, which means that you can charge high prices for your programs. And the quickest way to make more money is solve rich person problems. You can charge rich person prices. Makes logical sense, right? And I've often realized that people perceive the value in price. Like, this is a gold Rolex with diamonds, right? I have a Garmin watch that does my heart rate for when I'm on a rowing machine doing intervals. Now, why do people buy retarded things like this? Because we might be clinically insane, but you perceive the value in the price of something you pay. Because something's expensive, you presume it's better. Like, why do you buy a Range Rover SVR instead of a fucking Toyota RAV4? Because it's more expensive, you presume it's better, and the status it gives you. So if you actually sell higher price programs and you create yourself as a premium brand, you're going to get premium people come to you who are going to want to pay premium prices. And one of the big mistakes I see people making in 2023 is they try and make a race to the bottom. We're doing 8-week transformations, these shitty fucking automated apps at like $47 a month, $9.97 a week. I'm not going to name any names. Also using software systems, rhymes with penis, but that take a commission of your income every month, and you essentially work for them. The reality is you need to understand that if you give 30% of your business income to a company to do the software, before you've even paid tax, staff, marketing, you're never going to get scale. You're never going to scale. You're going to get rinsed. And this is why it's important, if you're starting a business in 2024, you do it with the right foundations. Because if you don't have the right foundations, one of the things you need to think about is you can't scale chaos. So having the right structure and foundations at the beginning, which you can build very quickly, is one of the key components you need. And one of the most retarded pieces of advice I've ever heard, and I even can't believe that I've heard people say this, is you don't want to scale or grow your business too quickly. That's kind of the fucking point, right? It's like, you want to make money and be successful, because you want to know the number one reason businesses fail. They run out of money. So what do you constantly need to try and do? Scale and grow your revenue, get more income in, get profit in, because then your business won't fail. And if you start to think like that, you won't have a problem. And how I was successful in my fitness business and continue to be so is I obsess over one thing. And this one thing is the leading metric in the business. And there's a leading metric in every business. And in fitness businesses, it's booked calls. How many sales calls you book in every single day? Because for you to grow your business, you need to do two things in 2024. And these are the two core things we help you do in 7-figure scaling systems. One is book sales calls. And guess what number two is? Close sales calls. If you do those two things, you generate a lead, you book them in for a sales call, you then take the sales call, you close the lead, they pay you money, you then coach them, you then have a business. That's how you make money, and that's how you scale. And the game of going from making, say, 5 to 10K a month to 100 to $1 million is just getting better at those two things at scale with leverage and other people. And I say, if you're at a position where you want to go from 6 figures to 7 figures or to 8 figures, you need to change your mentality from being a promoter, like just making content and promoting selling, to an operator where you're having other people like edit your videos for you, post your content for you, plan your content, whether it be do your sales calls, whether it be book the calls for you, do the fulfillment. That's the key. And if you're looking to really scale a business, where most people get stuck is in fulfillment. So the fastest way for you to not grow your business is have this mentality. And here's a question to ask. Is what you're doing in the business today, is it making the boat go faster, to use like a rowing analogy? And by the boat go faster, is it booking more sales calls? Is it improving your closing rate? Is it getting you more traffic? Anything that's adding to the front end sales. If it's not, like you're coaching clients, that's a maintenance task. And what you want to spend like the majority of your time, like 80% in, is like making the boat row faster. That's where I try and deploy all my time and effort, is on the front end, because I've already built the solid foundations like we spoke about earlier, so that I can row the boat really fucking hard and the oars aren't going to break off. And if you're in a position right now that you want to take your business to the next level, but you don't know how to row the oars harder, or if they're going to stay on the boat, this is a big problem. And this is where a lot of people, and if you're in this position right now, are using the hope strategy. They hope that they post this piece of content, someone messages them. They hope that they outbound message this client, someone replies. Hope is not a good way to run your business. Business is run unsuccessful with the last two things I'm going to leave you with. One is having the right strategy, which is what we give you in 7-figure scaling systems. And number two is having the right skills. And skills are something you learn and will compound for you over a period of time. And the more skills you have and the more you learn, the more you earn. So change your paradigm about learning, and then you will get to the next level. And it's not an if but when. And one of the things I tell myself all the time is that I've already achieved everything I want to achieve, but time hasn't just caught up yet. And the mindset you need for you to be successful in 2024 is to be coachable, be hungry, have an audacious personality, and ask people for help. And if you have that mindset and surround yourself in the right environment to do that, you will be truly successful. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, share it with a friend. And if you want help scaling your fitness business, you can book in a free consultation call with us in 7-Figure Scaling Systems by hitting the link below this video. And we'll see you in the next episode very soon.